You ready to go?
Sure.
Welcome to the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast. Live from the Stateside Bar at 1700 North Hancock Street. I am Spike Eskin, along with a guy who rung the fucking bell tonight. That is one Mike Levin.
Hello. We rang the bell. They let us do it. Those dumb sons of bitches let us do it. It just took 11 years of begging.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, what they don't tell you is that the only way that you can ring the bell is if you very publicly and shamelessly and in a very entitled way ask to do it.
Yeah.
Eventually, they will let you do it, not put it on TV, not mention where you work on the thing, but
As soon as they asked us, I was like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, thank you to the Sixers, by the way, for allowing us
Very
to
nice.
do it.
Everyone, they, against all odds, they treated us very well.
Yeah. We only needed to get rid of everyone in the front office and replace them with people who liked us.
And coaching staff.
And coaching staff, yeah. We had to get rid of everyone. Uh-oh. You okay, CJ?
And business department. I thought I saw Scott O'Neil 18 times tonight.
Yeah, he was terrified. Mike was terrified. Is that Scott O'Neil? As if any white guy with a suit anywhere might be Scott O'Neil.
Courtside seat is Scott O'Neil's seat.
Yeah, we were so anyway. So thank you for coming here tonight. This is really amazing.
This is cool.
Yeah, there was part of me. I always think, even when we sell tickets to stuff, I always think when we show up to that place, everyone who even bought a ticket was going to be like, nah, it's far. There's no parking. So I didn't expect anybody to be here. So to see so many friends and so many familiar faces is really nice and really kind. So thank you very much.
Very nice. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Very nice.
We have multiple Ricky partners in the place. Now, first of all, we're in Stateside, and they're a beautiful bar here. And by the way, a thank you to Stateside. Shout out to Mike over there, the bar manager. Give a hand to Mike. So Stateside is normally closed at 10 p.m., and we decided to start a podcast at 10:15, which anybody who's ever worked, if someone says they want to start something after work is over, the answer is usually no, but the answer from them was yes, so thank you. Alec from Mortgage CS is here, right there. Shout out Mortgage CS. LL Pavorsky of LL Pavorsky Jewelers.
Come on.
All you have to do is advertise on the podcast for 7 years, and you'll get cheered. Ethan from DraftKings is here, of course. Where is he?
Somewhere.
Came down from New York City. Ethan, if you know what's good for you, you'll get a job on the air here in Philly, so you can leave New York forever. Yeah. Shout out to Clement, also from Stateside, who is here.
Yeah.
Mike's parents, who are here.
Yep.
Mike's wife, who is here.
Yeah.
And as a special surprise, we are going to be doing the bar mitzvah that Mike is here from in the middle of the pod.
That's right. Okay. Let's see how much I remember the Torah.
Also from Team Ricky, of course, CJ is here producing.
CJ.
Abby and her wonderful partner Leo over here.
Abby.
Joe from Fans of Philly is here, who will be going. Is anybody going to LA with us in a couple of months?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe from Fans of... If you go on a trip for Fans of Philly, the best part, it's honestly worth the money, is you get Joe's cell phone, so you can text him whenever you want if you ever have a problem with any trip ever. Like, if you go to visit mom somewhere and take a flight home and want an upgrade, just text Joe and see if maybe he's got one. So anyway, so before we get to the game... just a couple of funny things that happened while we were sitting, courtside.
Courtside.
Yeah. And is that all of Team Ricky who's here? I don't think AU came. MOC is not here. Dan Olinger not here. Zoe not here. They're at the game.
They were there.
They were there. They were at the game.
But they were there.
Come on. They're grown-ups. They don't have to go where I tell them to. So a couple of things while we were sitting there. First of all, and this, I don't think, I've known Mike now for over a decade. I don't know if I've ever seen him as amused as what happened.
This was a delight.
So we are sitting right next to the basket.
Stanchion.
Yeah, the stanchion. And we're right on the baseline. And we're on one side of it, and on the other side of it is Spike Lee. And by the way, the only thing I wanted to tell him is when people say, what kind of name is that? You have a child's name. What kind of grown-up has the name Spike? I would say Spike Lee. That's the only one I have. So, but anyway, there was a guy behind us. Every time the Sixers would do something well, would try to taunt him by going, "Hey, yo, Spike!" Every time I would turn around.
Every time.
Yeah. And the guy was 2.5 feet behind me.
So close.
Yeah, and there's no reason to be
And
scared.
Spike was like, he's got to be talking to me this time.
Yeah.
He definitely wants to talk to me, not the world famous director.
Yeah.
It's probably me. Really good. And it happened the whole game. Yeah. It was good. It was awesome.
And after the third time, I said out loud, just to psych myself up, next time he does it, I'm not looking. Next time he does it, I'm not. I looked anyway.
He did, yeah.
A couple other things. Big Dom was there.
Yeah.
Dude, if you boo Big Dom, trust me, he will fucking hear it. And that is, you're over. So I shook his hand, and he had the Super Bowl ring on the hand. It was very difficult to shake the hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else from down there? Mike forced Jalen Brunson to miss 2 free throws.
No, it was Bojan Bogdanovic.
Oh, it was Bojan Bogdanovic. Forced him to miss 2 free throws.
I made him miss those. That worked out. I did get a loose ball.
Mike got a loose ball.
Did you guys see that from the crowd?
Mike got the loose ball.
You should have been watching.
Yeah. Wait, Mike got the loose ball, dribbled it real hard, which is not really something that you're supposed to do.
I had to do a pound dribble just to make sure that all the players were like, that guy probably knows what he's doing.
And then he sort of had to look like he was inbounding it, like he was like this. And
Scopey's
some guy
seeing the floor.
Some guy came up from nowhere in a suit, took the ball from him, and handed it to him.
I tossed it to him. I saw him coming. I gave him a little toss. But I did. The reaction time was pretty quick, Spike. You were impressed by it.
I was. Well, you were dying for the ball.
I was begging for it.
Mike went harder after that one ball than JJ Redick has gone after a basketball in his entire life. Yep. If he showed that much energy and want to in just one playoff game, we may be an entirely different fan base.
Different situation.
So then I'm trying to think if there's anything else notable from the evening. Oh, ringing the bell. So very surprisingly, so they brought us backstage so we could do a run through on ringing the bell. And one thing that was notable is the bell itself, I didn't think it rings, but when you hit it, it does ring.
It rings.
But what I was told was, and I don't know if anyone was in the crowd, but I think the bell that everyone else hears is different than the bell that we hear.
Yeah.
So there was a delay when I hit the bell and then when everybody else heard it, making me look like a fraud.
Did the floor crack? Did you guys see the floor crack? No, that's not actually a joke. I'm actually asking. Did you guys, the crack effect?
They still did it?
They did do it. Okay. Because I couldn't tell. I had this whole plan when I was ringing the bell. I was going to like acknowledge the bench. I was going to like point. I was going to acknowledge Matt Cord for calling us out, which would have been, and I just froze up. I just froze the fuck up. I'm like, hit the bell, just hit the bell, just hit the fucking bell and get out of here. But I did Eurostep a little bit into the bell. That was the one thing I did.
He keeps claiming that he Eurostepped. I can't wait to see the video.
A little 1-2.
Did he?
A little 1-2.
In fact, the photo that CJ took that he sent us looked a little bit like your wind up when we hit the gong or whatever.
The drum.
The
drum.
Blue Coats game. Yeah, when we hit the drum. So.
Yeah. They only showed you, by the way, on the big screen, which
Philly guy. I'm from here.
That's true. Which my wife and sister-in-law and mom were very upset about.
I'm sorry.
They should have been. The camera people were really.
I think the reason I feel specifically bad about it is because I asked them to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
in retrospect, I shouldn't have done that.
There you go.
So I actually don't think that there's anything in particular about the game.
You say that of every game. I want to talk about the game, and you're like, let's talk about us some more.
I'm hopeful that if we do this podcast long enough, eventually Mike will stop wanting to talk about the Sixers.
Only more.
And we'll read another Chip Mitchell email. How about that?
No. Really, truly, a pleasure to be at Kyle Lowry's first game, who I thought played excellent basketball.
Second best player on the Sixers currently.
I thought he was huge.
Took 5 seconds.
I thought he was.
You
really,
laugh
really
like
good.
It's not true. It's definitely true.
He's still got it. He's going to win us a game. Tobias was pretty rough. It was a pretty rough Tobias game.
Well, the good
for us to see live. For Tobias to like fumble a really nice maxi pass, truly right in front of me. Really right there. And we go like, no. don't do that. And I did the podcast for you about the missed rotations and the overhelping. It was a lot of that.
Mike was doing the pod right next to me. You see, if he didn't go, all Jalen Brunson's trying to do is draw the defense, and when you do it, you're
B-ball Paul on an island. Leave him there. Buddy Hield wants to come to the island. Leave him. You're not allowed on the island. It's B-ball Paul's island. He should have to stay.
What else? Neither of the centers played in the second half. It didn't.
No, AU's probably pretty pissed off about the B-ball situation.
I love his bit. I love the B-ball Paul bit.
It's nice for someone else to be mad for once.
Is Mo Bamba, just honest question from everybody. Well, lazy, I don't know. Here's the question. I just want you to get a good look at me. I'm not a big person, right? And he's a professional athlete and he's 7 feet tall. If we arm wrestled, do you think I could beat Mo Bamba in the arm wrestling match?
It's not like he's just so slow to everything.
And
his joints are bad. He's got bad joints.
Should sleep on a big bar.
Replace him.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
One good block and 7 rebounds ripped directly out of his hands.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was bleak. It was tough. Max
and then by the way, every time Kelly Oubre did anything, even if it was bad, Mike would be like, "There he is again. I love that guy."
There he is.
He missed.
There he is.
He didn't have any.
Well, he was so close to 5 in that they missed a bunch, but it would have been 5.
Yeah. He missed 2 point-blank layups, and Mike goes, I love how he always goes directly right to the rim.
Right to the rim, baby. Get over there.
The game was lost with those two layups.
That was tough.
Anything else?
They didn't get blown out. And I would really thought that. They're just not a good team without Joel. Like, it's just straight up. And Maxey had 30-some, and he's doing all he can. I think he looked better with Lowry in the game. Lowry finished with a positive plus-minus, even after he got elbowed in the head. They just need some more help, and they're just not going to be good without Joel. It's kind of as simple as that. But it also is like, there was no way they were going to win the game that we were ringing the bell at.
No,
There's not a chance in hell.
That was definitely a loss.
They could have played the Wizards, and they would have lost that game.
Daryl Morey apologized to us that they lost
He did.
the Bell game.
He did.
I don't think he would be upset if we told you that.
Did.
And all we did was just be like, you're apologizing to us. It's literally our fault.
It's our fault.
Yeah.
It's our fault.
No problem. We've been through a lot of losses.
Yeah.
So I feel like we have to talk about, play the hits here. I feel like we have to talk about Doc Rivers.
Yeah. How does he keep getting away with it? I can't believe he keeps doing it.
He's on you know how when Motley Crue does their final world tour, they're only going to play the hits. They're like, if you come, you're going to hear Girls, 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 Dr. Feelgood. It's only going to be the hits. This is it. I feel like Doc Rivers is on his farewell tour, and he's only doing the hits, and he's actually breaking out some new hits we didn't even know.
Truly, where does he find the time to lie as much as he does? He needs to get some sleep. He's just talking to whoever and being like, I knew about COVID.
Yeah.
I said, Rudy Gobert, gonna give everybody COVID. Too tall, too French.
There was a plane from China, and I told the FAA, do not let that plane leave.
It's so weird. How does he keep doing it? How did someone, and Austin Rivers out there being like, I'm not defending my dad, but I love dad. I love dad. Somebody said bad about dad. And it's so weird. It's so bizarre. He's pretending that the Bucks, we were talking about this. He said the Bucks owners, he told him, he's like, I told him not to hire me. I said, why are you doing this? What are you talking about? He is intentionally driving me insane. And I have to respect it. I have to say he's doing the best job.
So let's count the lies, if we will. Lie number 1, he didn't know that they were eventually going to fire Adrian Griffin when he became...
No, he's simply consulting.
So when I say the lie, I will point to you and just say lie. So Doc Rivers said he didn't know that they were going to fire Adrian Griffin when he became an advisor to the team. Okay. Doc Rivers said he didn't start negotiating with the Bucks until after he was fired, and he didn't even know at that point. Why? Doc Rivers said he wouldn't wish this job upon anyone. Doc Rivers said he told Kawhi Leonard that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was going to be really good and that maybe the Clippers shouldn't trade him.
He actually said, like, are you sure? As if Kawhi is like
the GM.
Has his finger on like the accept trade button on like fantasy basketball. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure, player?
What else was there? I'm trying to think if there was any other specific lies. Oh, he said he told the Milwaukee Bucks owners he didn't know why they were firing Adrian Griffin at all.
He's just gonna keep doing it. Yeah, Maxey asking to get benched.
Oh, we're gonna do all the lies now.
We could go.
We'll be here for hours.
Pretty far. But like honestly, it is the fact that he's somebody else's coach. This is really so enjoyable. He's so good at exactly this. This is what he does better than anybody else. Pop, your boy Pop couldn't do this.
Would not do that.
Impossible.
Doesn't
have it in him.
Would you be, if the Sixers played the Bucks in the playoffs, would you be terrified or excited?
It feels mixed.
Yeah.
A lot of scared money out there, which I relate to.
Yeah. So then, the guy who calls out Doc Rivers publicly,
your friend,
is a former Sixer named J.J. Redick. And the thing is that he got a lot of public credit for calling out Doc Rivers. Even though Doc Rivers has been doing this same thing and being called out by multiple other people for several years now.
Well, the thing he says is that there's never accountability with that guy. And then like Austin defended his dad and said like, he got fired, that's accountability. And it's like, that's not, he was saying he never holds himself accountable. Which is true. He just constantly is throwing other people under the bus and saying like actually getting paid millions of dollars is the hardest thing anyone's ever had to do. And it's everybody else's fault all the time. It's not that like he doesn't get fired, because of course he gets fired, because eventually he does a bad job.
It's like the first time in my life, you know the meme from The Onion with the bald guy, and it says, worst person you know makes a good point, or whatever. That was like the most that moment could have been when J.J. Redick said it. And then immediately he went on TV the next day and got mad at everybody for engaging with that quote and not instead going to his YouTube channel where he breaks down where Zion is the lead ball handler for the New Orleans Pelicans. So not only did he obliterate Doc Rivers, then he got mad at everybody for watching it and engaging with it and called everyone stupid for not watching something else he did instead. I have to say, no matter how many good points that guy makes, he's a fucking asshole. I hate him. He's one of the worst Sixers of my lifetime. He lived in Brooklyn. He never donated to any charity while he was here. He never, I'm sorry.
It's so funny. It's so funny. It's so funny.
I'm sorry, Ethan.
It's so funny you're going back to WIP and you're still living in North Jersey as you do it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. That is so funny. That's so funny, Spike.
Mike made us say that he was from Philadelphia today instead of Holland.
Well, who gives a shit about Holland?
Okay.
Did he even say it? I don't think he even said it.
No, they didn't say it. They didn't say it. I don't really know what else to say. We're supposed to do a whole live podcast.
Well, what do you think about the Pat Bev situation?
Oh, right. Nah. You know what? That's why everybody likes having the guy on his team.
Yeah.
Because he's
a wrestler.
What's he supposed to do? He's supposed to go to the Bucks and say Doc Rivers fucking sucks. And also, I wish I was still on the Sixers. And Giannis won't roll. And Dame is over. And like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. And like, Chicago's an hour and a half away at least. Like, is that what he's supposed to say? So I actually don't have any problems with Pat Bev. And the fact that Pat Bev went after J.J. Redick I don't know. Kind of fine with me. Did you have a problem with it?
No, I mean, Pat is playing the Pat role. Like, he truly is the most wrestling character I've ever seen in a non-wrestling arena. He's wrong about Doc, obviously, and he should be held to account for that. But he's his coach, and he's his guy, and Doc, one of the lies that Doc said is if he had Pat Beverly, like, they would have won several championships. The Sixers would be in a different place. It's like, I don't know that the ninth guy is the situation.
Maybe what he meant was if we had Pat Bev instead of Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
And
Kelly Olynyk is right.
Yeah, and Kelly Olynyk.
That would have been it.
What else? You got any hits? What?
How do you? Well, I mean, like a little bit an era has ended in the sense of like we were.
Oh right.
Like, sort of the like. In like the lamest possible way, like the NWO of the Sixers, and now we're like babyface Sixers guys. Even though I'm wearing the heavy slime shirt, I love the Sixers because I
not
hate
heavy slime.
It's not heavy slime.
No, that's grim.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Sorry, it is.
There's another heavy slime shirt in here.
Yeah.
We have other heavy slime shirts.
Yeah,
yes,
we do have heavy slime shirts.
Because I hate myself, which is what the shirt says. But it is, I think, like.
So are we sellouts?
I think. Absolutely. I think 100%. I think if I was a better heel, I would have bashed taken the bell ringing mallet and hit it over Franklin's fucking head. I think if I was.
Sometimes I would wonder why Scott O'Neill hated us so much. And then here in like my older age, you know, we've been doing this for 11 years. I think to myself, he was running this team, and they fired a guy, and we put a billboard right next to their work with that guy's face on it, saying how much we like that guy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why does he dislike us so much?
Yeah.
Worth it. Yeah, well, absolutely worth it. 100%.
You wanted me to wear the HBSE jersey.
Yeah,
Harris Blitzer jersey to ring the bell.
I asked Mike to wear his Harris Blitzer jersey, and he didn't do it.
I think it would have been a bad look.
Yeah, probably.
I think it would have been a bad look to show my armpits as I rang the bell. I don't know. Just me.
It would have been that weird thing where if one of the Harris Blitzer owner guys would have been like, oh, that's cool. He's wearing. Wait a minute. Where did he get?
Yeah.
But he's wearing. I think maybe he's doing it as a joke.
A listener sent it to us. It was very nice of them. We have people on the inside always. But I do think like, Daryl texted us, "I'm sorry that we lost," and we rang the bell, and like,
I'm fine being a sellout.
Yeah.
We got the guy that we wanted. We got Daryl Morey running the team, right? They let us ring the bell.
I'm still complaining about Nick Nurse a little bit enough. I'm not making excuses for the team.
We're honest. I'm just not like, you grow out of your like total fucking asshole, phase, and then you move into your I'll just be a little bit of an asshole once in a while, but not enough to make them really mad at us. And every once in a while, they'll give us Tobias Harris to talk to for an hour.
Just a face.
Yeah. Every once in a while.
Yeah. They do have to win the championship pretty soon, though. I think like if this we're becoming a show that's gone on too long.
Becoming.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But there have been
there was one point.
As a writer, we have like the plot points have been big. We've jumped several sharks over and over again, and at least we've earned it a bunch of times. But now it's like we rang the bell.
Yeah. This is like if Oppenheimer were 9 hours long instead of 3.5. Yeah. And they're like, will you just set the bomb off already? Yeah. So I remember very clearly once at the end of a season when I was being very negative, and there was we had Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and I asked Mike flatly, what do you believe are the chances that over the next 5 years we will win a championship with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons? And Mike said, he did say this, I know our old podcasts aren't on the internet anymore, but this is my recollection. Mike said 50% chance. And I said, I laughed, I was like, no. He's like, what do you think it is? I was like, I don't know, 5, 10, something like that. And you said 50. So here we are.
Well, either it would happen or it wouldn't, and that's 50.
Well, that's it. Very Chuck Klosterman, way of thinking about it. But here we are. Obviously, Ben is gone. We are in another season where Joel's knee is hurt. We're going to go into the playoffs. We don't know how it's going to be. Joel will probably be playing, but hampered a little bit. And it's a real question, like a serious question. Here we are, 11 years into the podcast. Embiid's almost 30, won an MVP, blah, 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 blah. Maybe one more big summer full of moves. What do you think the chances are that it ever happens?
I gotta stick with 50. I gotta land on 50. I will not remove. Because I just I don't know. I think Embiid is gonna come back in late March and not play back-to-backs and work himself up and be
Wait a minute,
mostly
not
fine.
play back late March. Just so we're clear, the season ends after the first week of April.
Yeah, mid-April.
Yeah.
So
he's not going to play back.
he's not going to play maybe one or two back-to-back.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah.
And I just gotta, a coach that's willing to try shit. Embiid, fully optimized the way he has been this season when he was healthy. Maxey, I mean, he didn't play that well tonight, but Buddy Hield looks really, really good as an offensive player. If Covington comes back in 3 weeks, which he's supposed to, Covington, Spike, I'm saying the magic words for you. I just feel like it's the right blend of guys who can draw a double team and enough people that can defend their position if they get healthy. So I'm gonna stick with 50%. And
everyone wants to be in that prime position where your best player has a chronic knee injury and hasn't played in 3 months right before the playoffs.
Yeah.
We got him right where we want him.
That's it. Stay out of the play-in.
Yep.
Doc Rivers in the first round. Could you imagine the lies that he would say before and after the game?
Yeah, as long as it's not the second round.
He would mic up Doc Rivers in his daily life just all the time. Let him have it.
How about this? There's no fucking way they're losing to the Bucks in the playoffs and Doc Rivers. I don't know if they're gonna win a championship or not, but there's just no way. Because we'll both die.
Yeah. We will die.
You'll watch it on the podcast.
We will die. But I think honestly, we've been through, you and I, us and the Ricky community, CJ and the rest of the gang, and the people that have listened for fucking 10, 11 years we've just been through so goddamn much with this bullshit team that I can't believe in a world that doesn't end with them winning one championship during Joel Embiid's career. I just can't. And if that makes me a sap, then I'm a fucking sap. And I'm fine with that. They have to. 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 Say it. They have to.
Unfortunately, you know what? Fuck it. They have to.
They have to. They have to.
AU wrote once after one of the live Rickies that a lot of other teams have championships, which we don't, but only us have this. And,
only us have this.
And
only
us have this. Yeah. I don't know. Even if they don't win, it's been a fucking cool ride anyway. I don't know. I've had a good time. I don't really care if they win. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. The end of the day, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, right? It's fucking great. But you know what? The day after, it's over. Honestly, the whole joy of all of it is the anticipation that it might happen. So I'm telling you.
I really thought that we were going to get booed on ringing the bell.
We did.
Mostly because of the Eskin name.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's nicer for it to happen here. I think.
I don't know. I think if they win, it's great. Obviously, it would be awesome. But no regrets. I think that's what I would say.
So many regrets. Riddled with regret.
If we had only done a Warriors podcast, this would be a very different party.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's the dichotomy of the podcast. The guy that doesn't care if they win and the guy doing a podcast naked in the dark. That's it. That's what you come for.
I'm too old to care if they win anymore.
They got to do it.
Sixers paying my mortgage? Well, I guess on some level, a little bit. Yeah. Part of my mortgage, certainly.
They got to do it, man.
Well, if you don't have anything else, I feel like it's been cool, like talking, but I feel like
I don't want to talk about KJ Martin defending on ball. Sliding his feet, Spike.
I feel like we should just hang out. Does everyone just want to
Yeah.
hang out? Like, rather than sitting
Let's
us
do
watching
it.
us talk. So we'll hang out. We'll be here, right? This is like one of the worst podcasts we've ever done. Hey! Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I can't.
Wow. The Harden sex question.
I can't reveal.
He can't reveal.
You're acting like this is like some secret. There's like 100
Can't
people.
reveal how he knows. Because it's a lie. Because he
minute.
just wants you to
Hold
think
on.
he has a lot of sex.
Yeah.
And
Hold
he doesn't
on.
even like it.
Even if I didn't
He
have
doesn't like
insi-
physical touch, James Harden.
Is there any basketball player you've ever seen in your life who you're more sure has a lot of sex than James Harden? I think.
Plenty.
Come on. What's
Plenty.
that? Oh, Rodman. Yeah.
Plenty.
Yeah. With all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Plenty.
All right.
Well, thank you guys for coming. This is
Yeah,
cool.
thank you.
Thank you for riding with us until we rung the bell. It's gonna get bad now. The podcast will be bad.
Yep.
We're like my former boss, The Rock, coming out and trying to do babyface stuff. Fucking 25 years late. That's it. That's us now.
Yeah, the pod now is going to sound like it was made by the Sixers. Like they'll lose by 37 points, and we'll talk about the 1-2
They
minute
tried
stretch.
so hard.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to hang out. Let's enjoy ourselves. I appreciate you being out on a Thursday night in Fishtown. Thank you, Stateside.
Thank you, Stateside.
And
They got to do it. They got to do it.
wish I was more prepared for this, but I didn't watch the game. So, All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Let's hang.
If you don't fuck with me, then I won't fuck with you.
If you don't fuck with me,
Then I won't fuck with you.
but if you fuck with me,
I'm gonna fucking kill you! Time for plan B.